Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the tangle Velos from Cyndi Knapp. So this, while it looks like a border tangle, you could use it as a grid, filling in the same way. Really, really neat. Highly encourage you. Take a look at the For More Inspiration link that you'll find in the description section. And take a look at Cyndi's samples. Gorgeous. And also Linda Farmer's sample, because this is on Tangle Patterns, and hers is the little thumbnail. And I'm like, oh, well, what a neat idea. So it gives you ideas for play, as well as just different ways you can use it. All right, I'm going to just do it. Well, I don't know. I say something and then, inspiration strikes and, oh, I know what I'm going to do. All right. Because I saw this on her sample. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. All right, so I'm going to give it a whirl. I'm going to do a curve line. I'm going to do like a graduated one. And we'll start here so it's kind of even, sort of. And we'll go up like that. All right. So, although I'm not being a very good instructor, am I? Let's do it straight. I'll finish that one. Oh my goodness. All right. It's like, yeah, let's get all fancy. No, let's explain how it works first. Let's see, how many can I fit more? Well, no, if I want to have a good, let's see, let's start with a line here, just at the top. And you kind of, in your border, if you want to do this as a border, we'll do it this way, and we'll have kind of a partial. That'll be nice. All right. So, however you want to do it, and so like this, because it will be fancy, I will divide that up. I cracked myself up. And now you know for sure, because I could just stop and start over, but I don't like to do that. I like to just, it's Zentangle. There's no such thing as a mistake. It's, not that it's all perfect, but that meaning whatever happens, happens. Go with it. All right. So that's what I'm doing. Okay. So have your border however you want it. And again, you could work this in a grid. Then from the corners, let me get serious here. Now, from the corners, we're going to put a triangle in here. What I have been finding easiest-ish to do is start kind of in the middle. And then that way I can at least close to the middle, versus if I started it the other way and then it's like, well, and then if the line goes south, then, it's just, I'll just increase my chances of having a nice triangle by doing it this way. Oh, you know what? I'll just put a squatty one in here. It'll be good. Look at that. Okay, and I'm going to go right along the edge. If I used a thicker pen. There we go. Okay. So, then inside each triangle, I'm goofy tonight. Well, when am I not, right? That's what I know that there was at least 12 people thinking that. If there's even, that's all the 12 people watching. Oh my goodness. All right, so leaving a little gap here, we're going to put a seed shape in. Like that. And I did not explain the seed shape, but you can see it's a curved line going one direction, then curved line going the other direction, like so. Yeah, like that. So, like I said, leaving a little gap on either side. Then we're going to do some aura-ing, and we're going to aura these open spaces here. The pen was going up towards, it was like a magnet. It was being attracted to that line, because I started off a little bit close. I'm just going to do one side, and then I'm going to come down and do the other side. And that right there is why I usually start in the center. Okay, and I'm turning the tile because I like to see that line that I'm auraing, or at least, for the most part. Sometimes, like here, not so much. Well, as long as I can see where I'm aiming to. And it's not like there's that much in the way. It's just, sometimes it just feels better. So if you're auraing things and you're like, this is just uncomfortable, take a look at how you're, the direction of your pen, paper, all of that. Because it's like if I was doing it this way, I mean, all of that's kind of in the way. Although I could do this side. Because see, look at how nice and clear. Because then you turn, it's like, is what it feels like. When it's just right. But there are some times where there's just have to make decisions on, whenever I do a curve shape and I'm auraing, and you'll hear me say, well, I could either have a clear view or I can use the natural curve of the hand. The choice is mine to make. And so it's like, well, which is more important at the moment? All right, so there we go. Then we're going to fill in. Oh, actually, you know what? Well, we're going to fill these in, but I think I might do the opposite on the other one, because I really like that. That's what Linda did in her step out. Now, I switched to the graphic one just because it's a bit thicker tip. And then you can kind of get the filling in done a little bit quicker. You just have to watch because, especially if you got a nice new juicy one like this one, just watch your fingers that they don't accidentally find their way on the nice wet ink. I'm going to debate if I want to do it opposite on this one. I think I might. Or not. I don't know. Maybe on my curved one I'll do that. But so in the description section, as I mentioned right off the bat, to take a look, because really, really neat ideas for the play part, which is this. Even though this part she does have in the step out. All right. Oh, since I was being, let's follow the step out, I'll just continue to follow the step out. And I try to do this tracing over the lines carefully. This is what I should have done for all of them, because look at how nice that looks. Just tracing over, doing the outline. And then I can do all of this stuff, because usually, ooh, look at what you could do. If you left that, you could just leave it like that. I'm not gonna, but look at how neat that looks. Yeah, so it's just a little safety measure that I try to remember to do. Sometimes I just get like all excited and it's like you just start doing, and then it's like, oh, but wait. Something will happen and I think, oh, well, if I had done X. There we go. And then you can have fun however you want. Like I said, you can decorate inside of those. You can fill in whatever you want or don't want. It's completely up to you. Neat tangle. You could do some shading, which, you know what, why don't we do that with this one? Just right. No, I'm going to do that in there. Let's just see how that looks. Because this is what I was thinking first. And then my brain went, well, it's a border, so you can just do, the insides, and then it makes it nice and rounded. That's always an option. All right. And we'll just move it a little bit so that way we'll have a little natural tile color there. So just making a little bit of a gradient, and you can always come back and play. Oh, and then here's another thought. If you wanted to, if graphite turns into graphite remorse, like, oh, it's too filled in or whatever. You can fill the whole thing in with the graphite, and it looks cool. There's always a way out of something if you're not liking what you're doing or what's happening. That's what I think. I personally think it's just a fun game versus, being upset about it. Oh, see, look at that. Looks neat. Trying to use what's left on the tortillon. It's kind of hard with the... Yeah. Neat. Neat. All right. So while I tell you more about some other things, I will work on this. We'll see how we do. Actually, I'm gonna put my line right here in the center because that's nice, and then see if I can make squares as I'm coming down here, and kind of turn it at the same time. All right. So I mentioned the description section already. I to look at Cyndi's work. I also do my own. I'm playing, then I become a loss for words. I always do my own version of the step out because we were taught to do your own work, and that way I'm putting my own work, but I'm linking to Cyndi's work on the on there. So I always think you have to do that as well. And so you'll find that, and ways to connect with me if you wish. And how would they do that, Heather? Well, I need to interview myself. So I have a link to my website, as well as Facebook page, so you can follow me either place, because my website is also a blog. So there's a place right on that front page where you can follow me, and I post really every day at least one thing, because I placed a daily tangle, and that's what this is. And then also replays to classes. And things like that I will post. There's some other things that I should, like announcing classes, but if you happen to be on Facebook and you follow me there, then you will you'll get a notice if you follow me that says I have posted a class. And then also there are a couple other ways to follow for class postings. Or just, come look at my website every so often. I teach, though, regularly, Tuesdays and Thursdays, my time. I do 2 sessions when I teach, and it's every single week, unless there's something weird in my schedule, and then I usually will just shift it off to another day. I think I might, well, no, I'll do both sides. Okay. But we have a lot of fun in our classes. We would do something like this, where we take this tangle, and depending on the tangle, I might pair it with something else if it just seems like it's really a quickly done tangle. But then I'll tell you, sometimes I've not done that, and we spend a whole hour. They're only hour. The free sessions are only an hour, and boy, have we spent time and had so much fun with lots of tangles. Where I thought, well, I'm glad I didn't pair that with anything, because whoosh. I'm going to do the first one first. Different strategy this way. So let's see what else. And if you would like to be part of a tangle conversation, we'd love to have you. We have a private Facebook community, a group, and would love to have you join us. There's a link in the description for that also. There are 4 questions that you have to answer to gain entry. And just so you know that, let's see what else. I think that's it for now. Whoa, look at that. That is very, very cool. Now, while I can, I think I might I really liked how she decorated these coming out of the corner like that. And just, so like taking one, kind of dividing in half, and then in half again, and in half again, like that. I really, really liked how that looked. I don't know what I'm going to do. Well, I was like, I might color, do every other one. I don't know now. Because if I did every other one, although I was just thinking, I could just fill those in if I need to do that. Kind of do like the negative. So like instead of just filling around the seed, fill the seed in and then these two. Or leave all the outside the same and just I could alternate those. That's an option. All right. Oh, look at that. Wait. I have to get the top bit. There we go. Oh, and let's see. You have to picture where the end is so that way you can, have the curves and have the lines kind of be at the right angle so that way it's convincing that, like as if I just cut that out and stuck it right here. All right. We'll get this here done. Or maybe I'll just, gosh, I'm so torn. I might just shade the outsides of this because it is kind of neat. But so much fun you can have with a tangle. I think I have moved my angle or something because it's like now I'm creeping up this way. Before I was creeping down this way. Every time I look up, it seems like it's been fine, but okay. Oh, one last one. Neat. You know what? I'm just going to do the seed shapes. Here's something too that if you have trouble deciding, well, I don't know how to decorate. I don't know where I want to start. If something has gone awry, and if something's gone awry, and you're like, oh, I really don't like this piece, then take a look at that first as far as your decorating, because filling in is a great way to fix some things like that. Or it could be something that you adjust with shading, but sometimes that's how I like to take a look at it. At least it gives a starting point. And then, you can kind of decide, well, yes, this is what I want to do. Or no, that's not what I want to do. And there you go. All right, let's do this. And fun. And while I'm doing this, if you have enjoyed this, that's the one thing I didn't say yet. Oh, no, there's not enough. Let's see. Actually, I'm just looking at something really quick here. Again, the whole convincing thing. There we go there. Yeah, barely. Okay, there we go. Good. Now I'm happy. All right. If you've enjoyed this, I hope you have. Please click the like button. And then, if you like it enough to see more, and I hope you do, and if you haven't done this already, would love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. I already mentioned all of the stuff in the description section, and so that's that. But, oh, gee whiz, sorry. I'm doing this, and as I turn it, then it's like, whoa, let's go off the camera here. All right. Neat. Which way do I want that? Love it. Love it, love it. And then, no dark spot would be complete without... Oh, sure. Wait, pregnant. Very pregnant pause. There we go. Ooh, that almost fills up that whole thing. I think this is a new one. It's like it's extra juicy. While we're playing. All right. A lot of fun. All right. I said all that I needed to say. We've had fun with this tangle. And again, thank you so much for watching and having fun with me. And I hope you did. If you didn't, then you probably aren't here to hear this part anyway. So all right. Well, with that, thank you so much for watching again. And I wish you happy tangling.